Let's go. My queen, my Kanam. Naruto run, it's back! They brought back the Naruto run. So here's the $1,000,000 question. Will this video be demonetized? Most likely, so check out the shirts at the Underdog shop. There's a bunch of awesome designs from top artists, so make sure to pick yourself up a shirt today. Alright, so without any further ado, let's get started. Today's video is supposed to be rain, but I've seen people posting stuff about Milean and Rambo as well, so I'm not sure what to expect. But as somebody who's played nearly every fighting game under the sun, it's my job to analyze and break down anything you might have missed. So without any further ado, let's get started. Alright, I'm over halfway done with the video, and so far it's only been stuff we've seen and some brief introductions from the cast members, but so far nothing new yet.
Something was up with the way Sindel got off the ground.
Delayed wake up, baby. It's got a new animation.
If you delay your wake up, there used to be a short and a long delay. There's now just one universal.
Yes, oh my gosh. If I could do moist criticals, woo, I would. That's how I feel right now. Oh my goodness. That's not going to be a crutch anymore. It should at least cost meter if it was that good, but now it's just weaker. I like that. My goodness.
Now there's just one delay.
Good. That means you only have 12 wake up options instead of 13. That's gonna make wake up buttons so much weaker, everybody. So if someone would like do delayed wake up and then just start mashing down one the second they get up, it's gonna be so much weaker now because now you can account for both timings. Oh.
Swaggy, I would say.
Ooh,
flashy,
combo time, baby.
Really cool combos. More combo starters than most characters have with less restrictions. I think that's probably the coolest thing about it.
Awesome.
Mouthful of coffee, but all I love is combos, man. Give me more combos. I hope that Milean is like that too.
You can kind of talk through.
I love both these characters. I want them both to be good, but Milean, I just want to have all the basic tools. And if she's also a combo queen, let's go.
So to start off, we'll talk about his
nice.
He uses it in a bunch of his normals.
It's a pretty good uppercut, pretty decent, nothing terrible yet. That's a fun combo. That's a special move there, I'm guessing.
And a bunch of his strings.
It could be a string also.
This is back to just a really quick mid.
Nice.
Confirm, and then
how fast is it though? That's a high, looks like.
Really good range. And got a couple of options.
So that's a remix of his MK9. In MK9, he had a back 2-3, I believe, and that move actually hit people who were doing delayed get up in MK9. But back in that game, you could hit people who were on the ground with certain attacks. It was very rare. But that's a redesign of his back 2-3. Awesome.
This version has a crushing blow if it's a counter hit. And the main reason I wanted to show it is it's really gross to me. It feels really painful.
Oh, there's a string. Oh my god. Ouch. 30%. They always adjust the damage though, so don't freak out yet about the damage. They do tend to touch things up.
Here is his 4-4.
That's a sweep?
Like a sweep kick where he knocks you down. And he has a back three where he literally surfs on a wave.
So that's a low, I'm guessing. Wow, that's awesome. I don't think that was his sweep.
It's really cool back 1-4. And then
back one.
You can delay it and then appear on the other side of them. So you can
choose really cool.
To switch sides or not.
Oh, cool. I love that. Give us more options to not switch sides if we don't want to.
Because, like a few characters, he has 2 crushing blows, one on each throw.
Oh god, he's gonna be a monster.
Requirement.
Guess Kombat 11.
And this is one I wanted to show just because I think it's extremely
30%? Okay.
Impales their own hand.
Yeah, he does. He pins their hand to their back. It took me a couple of times to catch that when I watched the initial trailer. I was like, wait a minute, is there like lumps on Kotal's back? But it was his fingers. They're just green. So I couldn't tell they were his fingers.
His range is not the best. The guitar is really sharp and it's great for slashing, but it doesn't have the best range.
He can teleport though? Maybe? Maybe not.
But his moves are pretty quick. He's got some decent mids, a pretty fast low. So I would say...
He has those lightning attacks in one variation that we saw. Well, they're portals, not lightning. And they changed those.
Complement the fact that his normals aren't the farthest.
Oh, his normals have bad range. Okay, fair enough. A lot of projectiles. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Cetrion 2.0?
Swag Town through Comboville. It's going to be great.
Comboville.
You can connect and do. Yeah.
I've never heard Comboville. I've heard Combo City.
That would be accurate, yes.
Come on into Comboville.
Let's take that segue and take a look at some of his default special moves.
Cool. All the classics, I imagine.
So, first up is
Super kick.
The Around the World kick. To me, this is the classic ring move.
Yeah. Now it's like a Tatsumaki.
We show that he's actually kicking you through a portal and you're coming out the other end.
Yeah,
so
makes sense. Do you have to dash to make the combo work? That's going to be cringe if I have to do that.
He also has this new water ball where he travels.
That's so sick. Oh my god. And that's a remix of his teleport. No, his throw. His throw in MK9 looked like that.
And it has a crushing blow if he goes full screen or if it's his armor breaker. So
Okay,
If you're in the
cool.
middle of the combo and you
It's got good range. It's gonna be good for breaking armor.
To punish you.
He throws the
And
guitar.
lastly here, he
Wow.
has this really cool projectile. I think this is one of the neat things about him. It's a very fast, good recovery, high attack, but he has two different ways to amplify it. He can either let it hit, stick in them, then amplify, and then he gets a knockdown or damage. Or he can actually amplify it while it's traveling and it becomes a mid.
Oh
So the idea
god,
would be you're
that's gonna
throwing
catch
it,
so many
you're
people
high,
week
you're
one.
ducking it. He can actually amplify it right when it's over their head and it becomes a mid and it'll hit them.
That reminds me of
Or
the
you can do it early
Batarang
and
in
then
Injustice
that's the
when it
whole
just
time.
detonates.
You know,
That was an
it's kind of
overhead though, I
stuff
think,
like
so
that.
even
You can mix it
dirtier.
up, and I think that's pretty cool. So you get less damage,
Okay,
but it becomes
Rain's gonna be a
mid.
problem. He already seems really good
It's also
at different
a
distances.
new way of
Yeah.
using a projectile.
To me, the strongest thing Rain has so
Yeah, he has,
far that I've
pretty
seen
unique ways
is the
to
option to
also
leave you
advance
close
across
at the end of a bunch of
with the
combos.
Argus plunge turning into the ball, and then as we'll see later as well. He has a
Argus
good way
plunge, cool.
To advance to get to where he wants to be.
Exactly. So it's like I was saying, the range on his weapon's not that great, but he has the special moves that go literally full screen. He can control the screen if he wants to take
His
over
corner
the screen.
carry is also really good. That Argus rush, or whatever
Yeah,
he called
I'm
it,
going with
that one.
carries all the way to the corner for the most
And
part.
then this is
Ooh,
evaporate,
does he take
where
damage here? He
literally
might.
turns into a pillar of
He may
water.
take damage though. Let's
And
see.
he then becomes invincible. Projectiles and even normal attacks will just pass by him.
Okay. So
you're
that's
gonna have to
timer
hit him
scam.
average recovery.
That's like severe timer scam. So I'm not sure how long you can hold it down for, and maybe you can amplify to increase it. We'll see that in a bit, maybe. But the crazy thing is, imagine you have 2 seconds left on the clock. You're Rain. You have a life lead. Just go into that mode and just wait. You win. It's like when Shiva jumps and delays her stomp. She just stays up there. It's the same thing. So you can just timer scam.
As he's coming out of it. It's pretty
How do you beat
awesome
it?
control-y.
Can you throw it or anything? Do unblockables hit it? I wonder if unblockables work
Awesome.
on
That-
it.
that water was
Unblockables
great. I
tend to
loved it when I first
break
saw
a
the
lot of the
trailer.
rules in this game.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Codal just gets bodied.
That's crazy.
so-
That just seems really good.
Um,
Codal had it
He's already
coming.
embodied.
What he did to
Always
Rain in the
getting bodied.
comics, he had it coming.
Up next, let's take a look at the first variation of Rain.
Oh boy, we're already going into the variations. Okay,
So this
ooh, the
variation
mask.
is all about his quantum rips into the water.
So
realm.
Rain is a bit of a zoner. I'm just
And
kidding.
he gets this new move. It replaces the bubble. And
Okay.
it's like a big full screen. Well, not full screen, but like half screen slash. It's
Cool.
got good pushback on the
Ooh,
block,
the air one's so
amplifies it.
cool.
And he can actually do it in the air. And what's cool is he can do
His
it in the air
mobility.
2 different ways. You can go straight across, or you can go down like a dive kick. And
I hope they're different
very,
special
very
moves and
cool.
not hold the direction. Ooh,
And he
what?
amplifies it. He gets the second hit.
I wonder what the combo ability is off of
Then
that.
he
What's
moves
this?
portal. And once he has this on screen, it'll absorb projectiles.
Does it send them back?
You can see
That's a projectile
right here.
now.
And the difference with Evaporate is he gets to move around. So you can put the portal
Oh,
out
that's so
and then
cool.
you can go behind it.
And throw stuff behind
go
it.
to the
Oh my
front,
goodness.
And it's going to absorb any projectile. And if he absorbs 2, Crushing Blow's loaded. And the next time he gets the slash, he's going to get big damage.
Okay, that's a good one. So it's like Liu Kang's bicycle
So that's an
kick. You can
interesting
store
way
that
of-
crushing
we've
blow
had,
for
you know,
later. Nice.
Projectile
Very nice.
carries in the past, which this isn't. But it is another way of controlling how someone uses projectile against you. Like
I'm a
you're playing
huge
against
fan of
Sub-Zero,
crushing
and all
blows.
he
They
wants to do
rely
is
on
freeze
you, the
put that
player,
in
and
front
not
of
what
you.
your opponent does.
You
So I
still
don't
have
like
range
block
of
late.
motion, and
I don't
he's
like counter hit
scared
that much
to throw
either.
anything.
I want it to be something you entirely
Exactly. And then,
control.
as Derek
That's
said,
what I
he
like.
has all
So
these special moves that have really good range, and then that complements it. He gets them
I'm liking what he has so
calm
far.
down and not do their zoning, and then he can kind of do the slash or his guitar toss and stuff like that that regulate all that.
One thing I don't
full
like
screen
about Rain for the
space.
editing is that his guitar
The
makes
range
that
on the
loud
quantum
bing
slice
sound
is
like
just
bing
absolutely
whenever he takes it
ridiculous.
out.
It's like
It kind of hurts my
half
ears
screen, almost
sometimes.
full
I don't know about
screen.
y'all, but it's so
And then when you
loud
put the
compared to
rift up,
everything
you can
else.
Try and
Maybe I have dog ears and I can only
dash
hear a
back
certain
and forth
frequency or
with the air
something.
slice as well to try and get in closer.
The
So
air
he
slice
just
looks
kinda
so
sets
cool.
stuff up just
The
so
animation
he can
alone
get
is what
in,
I mean.
because he has
I'm
that
not sure how
up
good it
close
is when he
game
goes
to
straight
take
left and
you
right.
To Combo Town.
Comboville.
Is that,
We
that's
agreed
a-
it's
That's a
Comboville.
town, Combo Town.
Yeah,
Back to
Coming on into Comboville.
So that's just a
Omeletville.
really good variation.
Anyone get that
to,
joke, SNL fans, back
control
when it was
the
still
other
funny?
person's
Anyone?
movements. A lot of players like to be in charge of how that person plays. Kind of.
Yeah.
I
good
control the
range,
spacing.
good
I am the
mobility,
zoner.
and he gets to regulate zoning.
So if you're a Scarlet main, it looks like Rain might be a better version of Scarlet because the same range in that variation, but just way better combo options. That's not saying much because Scarlet only has one combo route. Aside from the corner, she gets 2.
It's awesome.
Oh, the spin is so cool, and the idea of him transporting to that water world, I think, is really neat. And to be
The
clear,
water
that's
world
not
is such
the
a
Kevin
swerve.
Costner '90s water world. Z.
Sure. I think we
around-
all
I didn't see that
were
coming.
aware.
Like a world of pure
Okay,
water.
It's interesting because
Yikes, that's terrifying.
Maybe-
when I was a kid,
maybe
If you're
it was.
anybody but
I
Rain,
was
that's
like,
terrifying.
Does Rain shoot them? Does he shoot them all the way around the world? No, it's through portals.
Yeah, he
that's
did.
that's
No,
what
it
it is.
would be silly. It's a portal. Yeah, we're a more realistic,
Yeah.
grounded take on MK now.
Yeah,
Sure,
don't be
yes,
silly
yes.
about it.
All the ladies fighting heels, more
Let's
grounded
take
and
a
realistic.
look at the first part of Rain.
I'm not complaining. I just find it kind of silly. Ooh, that's a new skin. I haven't seen that one.
Variation 2
That's
has
new.
This, advancing palm strike, and what's
That's
neat is
very
you can
classic.
actually delay it. You can delay it just a
It's like
second.
new design on the
delay it
Classic,
for
though.
a real long time and get a crushing blow, or you can cancel the delay and actually
Got caught.
or fake it
What
out
happened?
and
What
then
happened?
backdash or go in for a throw or whatever. And so like a simple
That's really
way to
cool.
use this,
That's gonna be
this
really good
easy
for
base
pressure.
this and dodge stuff.
And that makes sense because Rain, at the end of all his combos, he leaves you close, so he can either bait a wake up, or he can go out and come back in, and if you're patient, he can cancel it and go for more mix-ups. That's great. Or pressure,
We've all played
great.
against people who
Really good stuff.
really rely
Hopefully he does
on
not have a
wake-ups.
50-50, because that
And
makes
that's
him
a
a
great
bit
way
too
to
good, in my
start
opinion.
Ever.
But the
Like
option to
that.
cancel into throw
That's a
or
really
go for an
good way
attack
to
is
make-
already
to
a
make them
50-50.
think
So
maybe
no
you
need for
shouldn't do
overhead
that this
lows.
time.
I don't
They
think he
still
needs
will,
that.
But they're not going to get hurt doing it. So
Yes. So when Derek won't stop waiting up, at least you can break his rib cage.
Ball
I was wondering
ball,
if we did that
ball.
move when he slides back. I was wondering if he like
let's take a look
could
at the end of that.
deflect anything with that, but I guess not. He holds a
Then
little
he
shield
has
up.
this splash move.
Yep,
And
the
this
geyser.
actually leaves them standing.
Aqua splash.
And Rain gets advantage. You can use it to end strings, but it also respans if they're in the air. So after a juggle combo, you can do it. And
But
then
how good is? See that little
that
bing that it
prevents
makes when you open
them
up
getting
the
out
guitar?
on the
Ugh, it's so
wall.
loud.
This variation basically really blows up wake ups.
That's great. I'm all for that because I hate wake ups. They're too good. They're too easy.
Now we have
And it
maybe
only
the
has one
second
more, yeah.
part.
That's
the
really
second
cool
part
though.
of variation 2. Let's take a look at that.
And so this is his anti-air splash.
Awesome.
Where he
Not very
squirts
fast, but it
water
seems good.
out, and this is awesome for preemptive anti-airing. If you
Yeah, preemptive.
with a jump, if you think a jump's coming,
Nice.
you can absolutely
92.
regulate the air.
Not bad.
If it amplifies it, you get the combo.
Nice.
So what's really cool
like
is
that.
this doesn't conflict with your round the world kick. And that means he gets pretty swaggy combos because you get two different combo things.
Ooh, it's so much faster now. Super kick was never
there's
that
a-
fast.
you
It had
wanna
so much
use two
startup.
bars.
Used to, if you wanted to do super kick, it pretty much
And
had to be right
look
away in
really
a
awesome,
combo.
which is
Otherwise, it was
probably
really
more
hard to
important
make
than
work.
damage
So that's
with
faster than it's ever been.
Always.
But it
like
looks
that
like
there
you
was
can't
one
cancel
move in
super
there
kick,
that
and that used to be a
actually
thing it could
set
do.
up the
It
water.
was also armored in MK9. But
Exactly.
instead,
It
he has a
doesn't have
different
to
move he
be
can cancel.
anti-air.
So they kind of
Yes, 1
split up the
through 3,
powers
he
into
kicks
two
you up in
different
the air,
moves.
And it's like it was made for it. It's perfect.
Coolio.
And as a player of my skill level, I'm always looking for moves that make it very easy for me to do specials after them. Shiva has something like that. This is definitely one of those. So that's
Oh yeah, it's the reaction of the.
That's also a free side switch, by the way. So if you want to end your combo and put the opponent behind you because they have you in the corner,
So I think
that
that's
move's
very
great for
good.
that. The anti-air water,
The combo
it's great for switching sides
Sure.
too.
Like, he has
Just
the
one more
combos
reason
of
to
all
use it.
three, but this one to me really stands out. If you are someone who you have no problem using bars, just left willy-nilly.
I got
'cause
tons
you
of
wanna do
bars.
big
I'm a rapper.
combos,
I use all
this
the
is a great
bars.
variation for you.
Sounds good. And let's take a look at variation 3.
Okay, now he has the
First off, this
very
costume is
incognito
awesome.
look, as I
love
call
that
it.
hood. So first he gets this tidal wave, which is a really quick low with great, deceptively great range.
And it's
If he
daggers, too.
amplifies It has 100
okay. That
active
probably
range.
combos in the corner.
And this is also great for people that like to duck. And then he also gets the classic NK trilogy water bubble.
Oh, so that's only in one
Which
variation.
is a high. So if they won't stop ducking it, you can use the tidal wave, and that's going to regulate, mid screen. And the neat thing about the bubble is when he amplifies it, he can choose which direction they're going to fall. He gets 4 different options. So he
Up,
can
down,
put
left,
them
or right?
back, over his head, straight up, or down and bound. So there's 4 different
Jump
reactions, 4
combos.
different ways to combo
Jump
them.
combos.
Throw them out of the corner. You can throw them into the
Those are
corner.
my favorite. I love jump
You can do
combos.
max damage. You can get really good.
That's gonna be good in the
There's all
corner.
these different options for how you combo, depending on how you have in the water.
There's no better feeling.
So
too,
for
in
custom
some of our-
combat,
in our
Rain's
games,
gonna be
we
a
have lot of
nightmare.
characters
He
who
can have like
have a
5
move
different
that
ways
makes
to
the
extend
other players
combos.
Have nothing they can do, and like doing it where like I can choose to throw you up, down, back, forward, doesn't matter. That's just a good feeling as a player. I think.
The only downside is he can't really timer scam as much with this move. Back in the day in MK9, it was rare, but you could catch your opponent with the bubble and just hold them for as long as possible, and it drained a lot of time off the clock. Also, before in MK9, he could drain bar with that bubble, and I don't think that's possible anymore. I'm not sure how many characters have the power to even drain the opponent's bar anymore. Not very many.
Spear, and then you're just like, I get a free uppercut. Like, this is now the best game ever made. So those
Tons
are
of free
always
uppercuts.
psychologically fun.
I always remember putting people in the bubble in MK9 and then just teabagging, which was always fun.
You couldn't do that.
That sounds right up your alley.
If you put them in the bubble, they fell right away.
That sounds grand.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Maybe he did it right when they fell out, but you didn't get much time.
Fatal blow.
Oh God.
What can you tell me about the into for that? What's the deal there?
I think the cool thing is it's pretty quick and it's got pretty good range because he holds his arm up, and it's not just the arm, it's like the little water that comes up in front of it.
Okay, so not gonna track.
Gotcha.
So it's a pretty standard one.
That's okay though. No one needs to have fatal blows like that anyway. I'm not a fan. I play Frost, and even I think her fatal blow is too good. It's just a full screen
We're going to show you the
beam.
fatality that was shown in the trailer. We've heard from people that sometimes maybe don't show everything on the Kombat Cast. We might save the last fatality for later in the future. But let's show the fatality right now.
Well, I'm gonna censor it. You've already seen it, so I gotta cut it out, unfortunately. Isolated. Oh, that's cute though. The name is cute and clever. Destructo Disc.
He's got a really unique wacky move where it's this buff and he turns it on and his dashes become faster.
Oh wow, interesting. It's a speed buff.
So there's a couple things to look
That's cool.
for.
Melina deserves her Naruto run to come back from MKX. That was sick. I loved that. So right off the bat, Rain seems to be at least upper mid tier. He could be top tier, but only time will tell. Gotta get hands on before I can say that. But the reason I do think he's upper mid tier right away is I don't see him losing against any kind of playstyle. The guy definitely does want to be up close. He has a bunch of different combo routes. He has fun cancels. He can bait your wake ups and get a crushing blow. All that awesome stuff. And then on top of that, as he's comboing you, he gets to build his crushing blows just like Liu Kang. So he does want to be up close. However, with that said, we saw all the different tools he has from far away, so he will not lose to zoning or keep away. And that's especially true if you do variation 2, which has the longer range attacks where he just cuts portals open into the air. That variation will struggle even less against keep away and zoning. So I don't see Rain losing to any playstyle in particular. And that's what actually makes the character really decent. However, we haven't seen one thing. We did not hear how fast his mid is. If it's 9 frames, that's really good. If it's 10 or 11, that's still okay. So as long as Rain has some sort of decent speed mid, he'll be okay. Otherwise, a lot of casuals just mash uppercut, they mash down 1, all that annoying stuff. But so far, I do feel confident in saying that I think Rain is upper mid tier, possibly even top tier, but only time will tell. And then before we go, I did see people posting things about Milean and Rambo, so I'm gonna try and find that. I'm not sure where it's located, but I'm gonna try and find that stuff. Alright, so it looks like the extra footage was posted on Twitter, and they claim this was shown during the Kombat Cast, but I couldn't find it for the life of me, so maybe it's just not on the YouTube version, but I couldn't find it during the Kombat Cast. But regardless, we found the footage. We have Milean and Rambo, and I want to watch Milean first. I have a soft spot for her. I'm very biased. Let's go. My queen, my Khanum. Naruto run, it's back! They brought back the Naruto run. For anyone who's not aware, she ran just like that in MKX. That was her run animation, and it was great. My goodness, the Naruto run has returned. She doesn't even jump, she just keeps running the whole time. Her teeth look disgusting, my lord. I'm really hoping we can customize those pearly whites. I want to see the different options. Okay, next up we have Rambo. I'm guessing one of his outros as well. Let's see it. Explosive tip arrow. Oh, cool. Wow, he looks really good. Like, it's kind of pixelated because Twitter sucks, and I wish that they would stop posting stuff on Twitter this way and just post it on YouTube. However, even so, the footage is not so blurry that I can't see how good Stallone's face looks. My God, look at the eye detail. They even got his droopy eyes and his saggy upper eyelid. I have that too, by the way. This is awesome. I also talk a bit crooked, like Stallone too. So, you know, this is my boy. It's my long-lost dad. Man, he looks so chiseled. I don't think Stallone's ever been quite that buff, at least not in the Rambo films, but my goodness, he looks good. Like, that close-up looks just like Rambo. It's not goofy or uncanny valley. It just looks like him straight up. Wow, they did a really good job. All right, that's about it for the video, everyone. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like down below. It really does help my channel out a ton. And then while you're down there, tell me what has you the most excited about Rain or the most excited about Kombat Pack 2. Let me know down below. And then finish that combo by suplexing that subscribe button. That way you never miss a future video. Make sure to come back next time, and as always, stay underdogs.